We're officially moved into our new house. We've been here for about 3 weeks now. We've unpacked most of the boxes. We've started organizing all of the rooms. I've styled a lot of my office, though I still have a long way to go. Today is December 6th, and we're
couch surfing
for our new house. Are we in escrow yet?
We're in escrow.
I just know escrow, that's all I know. We're in escrow.
Pottery barn to buy a new couch, which is something that we've talked about for many years, and I said we couldn't buy a new couch until we bought a house. So here we are, before we even move in, looking for a couch.
It's so cute inside, all the Christmas decorations.
And we're at Pottery Barn in Mashpee Commons.
Mashpee Commons. Okay.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. Like any of these?
I didn't really look at them yet.
It's kind of hard to tell.
I know.
I'm standing in my new office. We're here at the inspection. Fingers crossed, everything goes well. First thing that we started with was the floors. We ripped up all of the vinyl flooring and then refinished the hardwood. And we had to strip all of the paint that had been on the terracotta tile, which took about 4 days in total. We just took all of this up. We are definitely over halfway though. Gang's all here. Say hi, Lawrence. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Trevor. Hi, Cody. Had we not had our friend Cody helping us, this probably would have taken even longer. We are so grateful to him. He just like totally jumped in and started helping us and literally was here almost every single day. We just got to Ace. We're picking out paint colors, and tell me why this feels like life or death. Like, it's not that serious, but I'm like, oh my God, it's game time. Like, we're picking paint colors. Ah, no. Baby, you can't have this. Oh my God. There's this part in the vlog where I talk about how picking a paint color feels like do or die. And it made me laugh because it reminded me of a time when I had moved into an apartment in Beacon Hill with my roommate Crystal at the time. And I was having this conversation with my landlord or my building manager, and I'd asked him if we could paint, and he had been very firm in saying no, like you cannot paint. And I kind of pushed back and like tried to find a loophole, and he was adamant. Like no one was allowed to paint. And I remember at the time how frustrated I felt, to the point where I actually had to stop myself from like full on crying in front of him. I mean, I was so embarrassed, but I just remember feeling so limited and confined, and like I couldn't fully make the space what I wanted it to be because I had these limitations that were in place. And I ended up making the yellow walls work. Like, it ended up being fine. It wasn't that big of a deal. But I look at that in comparison to what this feels like, and having the ultimate freedom to choose what color I wanted, where I wanted things to be set up, how I want to decorate. Like, there are no rules, but there are no immediate limitations. And how that can also be its own kind of hell. Because you end up wishing that you had some sort of structure or some sort of like self-imposed guidelines so that making decisions could actually feel easier. It's this weird phenomenon where you almost feel like you have too many choices. It's harder to choose. Made me think about, in our creative journeys, how often we as artists and creators and writers and people who want to live more authentically and express who they are more authentically, we have to create those guidelines for ourselves. We have to create structure and give ourselves values or principles to rely on, so that when things get really challenging or when we don't know which way is right for us, we have something that we can fall back on when things get really tough. don't know, today I kind of felt sad, and I don't know if it's just the gloomy weather and it's raining, but I think maybe I feel overwhelmed. Like, it's just a massive change. I'm doing a bunch of new things in terms of like the renovations, like just learning a lot. But maybe I just feel, yeah, maybe I feel overwhelmed. And I guess I think I'm really hard on myself. Like, I beat myself up about like, oh, you shouldn't be overwhelmed. You should just be happy. Like, everything's fine. Everything's great. Like, why do you feel this way? Oh my God. And then it just creates this like awful shame spiral. So I'm just trying to be aware of it, and actually talking to you about it helps. So yeah, that's my new favorite word, emosh. Not emotional, not emo, emosh. All right, the first coat of finish is on the floors, and they look divine. So beautiful. Trevor is working on our lock to the front door, and I am over here working on this patch of tile that I'm about to strip. It is day 3, and we're looking pretty good.
Day 4, sure, I'm not keeping track, but we're in it. We're in deep.
So what did you get at Home Depot?
So we decided we didn't like the flat casing on all the doors and windows. Some of those stuff was mismatched, so I bought all new casing for the first floor windows and doors, and I don't know how to install window or door casing, but we're gonna watch some YouTube videos, we're gonna figure it out.
I believe in you.
I think we can do it. We might need some extra caulking, but we'll get it done.
Extra caulking?
Make sure the miters are nice and tight. So, a couple pieces of baseboard to replace a few ground lines. And about 400 linear feet of window and door casing.
Wow.
So, here we go.
I think aside from the floors, the other 2 big projects that we had to do were replacing all of the window and door casings on the first floor.
We're gonna take all the door casing off, and we're gonna start prepping to redo all the door and window trim.
Cody and Trevor just totally took that project on and figured out how to do it, and like, oh my God, thank God. Because it saved us so much money, and I'm so proud of them for figuring it out.
We're gonna be okay.
Honestly, what took the longest was the painting. It just took probably like 2 weeks in total to paint most of the rooms in the house. We painted all day today. I am super tired. Trevor is super tired. I think we're both actually starting to feel it because we've been at the house for hours every single day, and we got in like 7 fights today. Like emotions ran high. I want to paint the ceiling. He doesn't want to paint the ceiling because he just painted the ceiling white, and I didn't realize I wanted it to be all the same color as the walls until after he spent hours painting the ceiling white. And then he was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I'm like, "Sorry." So I'm choosing to let it go. Maybe I'll just do it later. There's also this moment where Trevor and I were in our bedroom, and he was showing me how to paint straight lines. And he said something that really stuck out to me. He was like, "You can't follow the line that is already there. You have to create your own." And I was like, oh my God, I feel like I could use that for something. Because I felt like, I'm like, oh, that's profound, it's prophetic. And I think in many ways that's what the creative journey feels like. There are so many amazing, brilliant writers and creators and artists that I see all the time, and I look at them and I feel a deep sense of admiration, like for their work, and I almost in a sense want to emulate it. And I don't know if you felt this, but like whenever I try, it's like it doesn't work. I can't follow that line because it's not the line that was intended for me to follow. It doesn't work the same. And so you take bits and pieces of the things that you see and what inspires you, and then ultimately it's like I have to create my own line. We have to create our own lines. But if there is no line to follow, if there are no rules, if there are no limitations, whether self-imposed or imposed on us, almost too much freedom, it just ends up keeping you stuck. Structure is good. Limitations can be good. Wow, the first piece of window casing is up. Woo! Guys, good job. It looks so good. It's a real house now.
Penciled all of my newly painted wall.
Wait, it's pencil. It'll come right.
I don't like feeling confined. I don't like feeling like I can't move and bend and shift and change my mind. And so there's a part of me that's always afraid to lock in. There's a part of me that is usually hesitating when it comes to choosing a direction. I have to make sure I'm really, really certain before I choose.
In the main account, those are the only two.
Yeah, we can just put it under the main account then.
Okay, alright.
So it is 1 gallon of the evergreen fog.
Alright, I see both of them. I
Perfect.
can make both of those for you.
Okay, cool. I'll be by in like 20 minutes or so.
Okay, alright.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. I guess I get into the most trouble when I make a choice and I still give myself a way out. If I say, I'll choose this, and then the next day I think, oh wait, I don't know if I want to actually go in that direction. I give myself an out. And sometimes that isn't always good. I actually feel the strongest when I make a choice and honor that choice. Not necessarily because I like it, but because I made the choice. And that feels really strengthening even in the most difficult of times. So I think looking forward, I'm excited to keep decorating and designing and refining, and I feel really grateful and lucky